The following production is brought to you by the Talkin' Buds Leaf Show.
Here we go, Talkin' Buds Leaf Show, episode 320. Ryan, the Toronto Maple Leafs are 6-3-1 in their last 10. Look at the calendar right now. What month is it?
Yeah. Here they come.
The November Goats. Yeah. the Goats. There has never been a pro sport. They are the Undertaker. The minute that calendar hits November, they just rise from the dead.
Yeah.
And is there not a little... I'm going to make a case for why us and the rest of Leafs Nation freaking out in October isn't ridiculous, but there's a part of us that has to feel kind of stupid when it's like they do this every single year.
Hey, I kept a level head, man.
The game on Wednesday night against the Utah Mammoth was easily their best game of the season, and I don't think it's a coincidence that it came on November 5th.
Yeah, it's quite... And there's a lot of different shows that do a lot of different segments. And so we were on the November Goats. That is our thing. I think we should just take it nationwide and start making merch of just the best sports franchise on the planet in the month of November.
Yes. Consistently.
Yeah.
Like there have been seasons where they've cemented their playoff spot.
Yeah.
By the end of November, because they've just dummied everyone in the month of November.
It's really something.
Really
something.
Here's the thing, okay? As the cliche goes in the National Hockey League, how many times, if you're watching TSN or Sportsnet, you're listening to the radio, and there's a talking head on, and it's always, front offices usually around American Thanksgiving. That's when you know what you have. You wait for American Thanksgiving, and that's when front offices around the league are prepared to make a decision as to what they are.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, Brad Treliving, you do not need to wait till U.S. Thanksgiving because I know exactly what you are. Okay? Ryan, I'm going to read you the score sheet from the Leafs side from the last two games against the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Utah Mammoth.
Yeah.
You ready? Oh, here it is. Auston Matthews, William Nylander, Bobby McMahon. And then you go to the second game. William Nylander, Auston Matthews, John Tavares, Matias Maccelli, Matthew Nyes. We've spent October with everybody else talking about how this team needs to find their identity. What is their identity? All right. Here's your identity. You're not the most talented team in the league. Your defense, while I and everyone else supported bringing the same six guys back, is old and slow. You are going to go as far as those names that I just mentioned are going to take you. And I think the difference between these games that we've seen in November versus October is the big boys are on the score sheet. And if those guys are going to take games over and they're going to score, this team is going to win.
Yeah, but you could also make that argument for like 31 other teams.
No, that's the thing. That's my next point. The thing you have going for you is the NHL right now is mid as fuck. Like you look around
everyone's 500. There's a couple teams that have gotten off to a good start, but there are like two clearly bad starts in the league, and every other team is 500.
And I would like to give you credit because while a lot of us panicked, myself included, I would say that I was more riled up than you are. Some of the texts I was sending you during the first two periods of the Pittsburgh game
that was crazy.
Absolutely unhinged.
Yeah, you were done. Like you were ready for like a mini rebuild.
I was ready to blow it up.
Yeah,
I was ready to blow it up.
You were in mini rebuild territory, which is a scary place to be in when you're a Toronto Maple Leaf fan.
I was ready. In fairness, that they were absolutely awful for the first 40 minutes of that hockey game. But yes, I was unhinged. You have been the one all along that has said this team still has super high-end talent that can score, and at the end of the day, that will take them to the playoffs at the very least. And right now, the Leafs have the most goals, and they're leading the National Hockey League in goals scored, and it's the big boys that are doing it. And to the point you just made about how the league is mid as fuck, the high-end talent, if they show up, should at least take them to April.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they still got it. They lost Mitch Marner, but William Nylander, 20 points in 11 games. John Tavares, 18 points in 14 games. Matthew Nyes, 18 points in 14 games. Auston Matthews is getting up to a point a game here. Morgan Riley's got a good amount of points. Like those top guys are still have not lost a step at all. I think Tavares looks freed up. I think Matthew Nyes is just the gift that keeps on giving. Like the fact that guy is 18 points already in after he signed a deal and was just like, now you gotta have to fill that fourth, third most important player on the team role. And this is the way he like starts the season. It's pretty fucking awesome. And then if you are a longtime listener of this podcast, you would know that for the first like 4 years of it, I hated William Nylander's guts. I thought he was like just so like he was a talented player, but just the talent was not worth everything else that I was seeing. If anybody tells me this guy's not a top 5 player in the NHL right now, you're drunk. This guy is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I've never seen a player with so much talent come in the league just like incrementally get better every single season he plays. Like Auston Matthews, like maybe kind of peaked like 2-3 seasons ago. And it's kind of like, oh, man, we're going to go back to that. Nylander comes back every year and tops what he does the year before and just gets better and better and better. I mean, he's a top 5 threat in the league right now. I don't care what anybody says. This guy's a machine. A machine.
Thing I always say about him is that he makes something happen every time he's out there.
Yeah, he's incredible. Like I don't have one negative thing to say about him. And everyone's like, oh, what the lulls? It's like, if he's going to produce, like he wasn't producing like he was now when he had some of those lulls. If he's producing at the level he's producing now, I'm okay with a lull every now and then because he's the straw that stirs the drink for that team. And it's not even close.
I think putting him up with Matthews was the right decision. And it's made even better with the guy I think we got to talk about the most today, Nick Robertson.
Yeah.
Nick Robertson is getting a top 6 look and top 6 minutes, and he has looked very, very good. And I've talked a lot. Yeah, I've talked a lot over the years on this show about the power of confidence and what it does to a hockey player. And Nick Robertson looks like a guy who's very, very confident right now, and he's making things happen. He's winning battles. We and everyone else has always criticized his body and how small he is out there, but he's a little water bug out there. And if he's going to play this way and be a contributor in the top 6, that's huge for them. That's found money for them, man. Because, like, listen, this is the team. When we get to the trade deadline, could Brad Treliving bring in a depth piece somewhere? Sure.
Yeah.
But at no point during the season are they making some massive deal to remake the DNA of this version of the Maple Leafs. It's not happening. Okay?
This team cannot afford to get another piece out the door. They just can't.
Yeah. No trading draft picks, especially with what next offseason looks like, with how much money they're going to have to spend. The most money this organization has had off the books and able to spend in forever. Okay? So this is the team. So how is this version of the Maple Leafs going to have success? Let's start from the net out. Joe Woll is on his way back. No one should be happier about that than Anthony Stolarz. One of the things that people have pointed out about him since he got here is the workload and how he's never played anywhere close to a full season in his career. And I think one of the reasons why he excelled so much last year is because Joe Woll was taking part of the workload. And I think one of the reasons why he hasn't looked as good this year is he's in the net every night. And now, after what happened with Caden Primo in Columbus, they don't want to put Caden Primo in there unless they absolutely have to. No. So getting Joe Woll back and getting back into a real tandem rhythm should help Stolar settle in. Woll's going to need a little bit of time to get up to speed, especially not having a proper training camp. But this is good news for all involved. Next, the defense. Chris Tanev is hurt. The D looks a lot slower than they did last year. They didn't look fast last year, but they were better. I don't know what. They were just better positionally last year. They didn't look they didn't look like they were getting caved as much last year as they are this year.
I think just the efforts that they've had to start this year have just been really bad.
Yeah.
Like all around. And I don't think it's systems. I think some of it was like effort too. Like I think all around it was just bad efforts all around. So I think it's just kind of amplified that. Because they had the same problem last year. They don't have anybody move the puck. Like we've been saying that for 2 years now, 3 years. We've been saying that basically since we started this podcast. So, all right, continue.
So they need to get back to better positional play. I'm talking about the D core here and doing what they did last year. I don't know. There seemingly is no timeline for Chris Tanev's return. So they're going to have to make it work with the Phil Myers and the Dakota Mermises of the world. But it just is what it is. Now, forwards. Because you do not have a defenseman that can skate it out of the zone, there absolutely cannot be any cheating and blowing the zone. These guys need to be committed to coming back and helping their D out, and that's how they're going to break the puck out properly. And I think, to your point about effort, throughout October, it was a slow, old defense getting caved in and a bunch of forwards get it ready to blow the zone and try and go the other way for an offensive chance.
All over the place, too. Just the amount of times a guy was just the fourth man into the slot and he's just unmanned. He's just got a wide open shot. Like it's just bad.
Then, if you do eventually get it out of your zone, do what's been happening the last few games where your big boys are capitalizing on their scoring chances. Matthews is burying the looks he's getting. Nylander is burying the looks he's getting.
Now, Auston Matthews plus 10. I know some people don't love that stat, but it means he's usually on the ice when good things happen.
John Tavares, 501, burying the looks he's getting. Like Bobby McMahon going hard to the net, banging one in. Yeah. Matthias Michelli, who I was yerping last night to you, has a great game against his former team.
Yeah.
Like,
I will say their forward group looks a lot deeper with Scott Laughton in there.
Who knew that Scotty Laughton was going to be such an important piece to the forward mix?
He really changes the identity of that bottom six. Because when they talk about DNA change, it's like, okay, Marner's gone. Obviously, we need to fill that role in. But the DNA was really in the bottom of the lineup. Like, that's what makes... Obviously, Florida's leaders are great, but the fact that their third line and fourth lines are just like so good, like that's what makes their DNA like so incredible. So when Laughton leaves, and then you're just looking at their bottom six, and you're like, "What the hell is this?" Yeah, like they're not big, they're not physical, they're not particularly skilled.
What does Scotty Laughton do for you? Like,
takes Max Domi off playing center ice. The worst thing that this team could do is have Max Domi continue to play center ice for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah.
It makes their forward lines it changes the complexion of them. That line, whatever he's on, it just doesn't do much. It's just like put Max on the wing. Scotty Laughton's like they're both kind of the same. Like they got some skill, but they'll always leave you kind of wanting more in the offensive department. I don't know. It just makes their bottom six make a little more sense. I thought it looked good.
It gives the identity. Max is an interesting case because he's kind of lost in the shuffle right now. Because if you go on Daily Faceoff right now and you look at the way their lineup is structured, it's very clear the difference in the two lines. You've got Michelli and you've got Domi, who are kind of like, ideally they'd be producing points for you. They're a bit hit and miss in that category, but you look at these other guys, Joshua, Lorentz, Laughton. Those are classic bottom 6 players in the National
That's a
Hockey League.
good-looking fourth line right now.
Yeah.
Like that, if Max Domi's on your fourth line with Scott Laughton, I like Steve Lorentz. I think he's one of the best fourth liners in the league in terms of actually doing things productive.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a good looking fourth line. I like it.
Yeah.
Like I mean that third line's still a little like Michelli. Like I it's hard to give Domi like a pass. Like he's just been around for too long now. It's like, come on, man, get it going. Michelli, I still think he needed some time to like, and still needs time to kind of feel out what he needs to do.
What his role is. Yeah.
But when the guy has the puck on his stick and he's got some time, like I can.
He's
make
got some
play.
hands.
Like
there's no two ways about it.
I mean,
he's got some hands.
There will be nights where he is just invisible because he's not a 100-point guy, but he's also not like a physical guy who's gonna like grind other dudes. So there's going to be nights where he is invisible.
Ideally, Matias Michelli is not in your playoff roster because this is a guy who I think the moment the physicality ratchets up in the playoffs is just going to get pushed off the ice. They sent Easton Cowan down to the minors when they reactivated Scotty Laughton. Hopefully, by the time we get to the end of the year, he's back up and he can take that spot. He might not, though. I don't think I've been pretty pro Cowan. I think he's looked really good, but I don't think going down and playing 25 minutes a night for the Marlies is the worst thing for the kid right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the camp of like, I didn't really love what I saw out of him. I just think he just looks really small. Like, like not that it's like a bad, like I think he works hard. Like, I just think he still needs, like, again, he's kind of that Nick Robertson spot where it's just like Robertson's finally getting a chance to play in the top 6 after all this time. And then it's like, okay, this is where this type of player needs to play. And I just think he's like, can't really be at that level yet. And it's just like, why do you want this guy on the fourth line grinding people? Like, it's just
exactly
whatever.
Exactly.
He's fine.
And
he'll be fine.
Yes. Until he can get consistent. If you want to learn a lesson from Nick Robertson, until he can get consistent looks in the top 6, have him down with the Marlies.
Yeah, Nick Robertson, man.
Yeah, dude, he looks really good. He looked good with Matthews, and now he looks good with Tavares as well. Like it's really, I like that second line with Tavares, Robertson, and McMahon.
Yeah, Bobby McMahon is such an important player, man. Oh my God. I said it at the start of the season. I said it now. If that guy's putting pucks in the net, he can make that second line just kind of more dangerous. Like those are 3 guys who could snap it home on that line.
Ryan, the holidays are here, and that means it's the most wonderful time of year to save with Rakuten. Use Rakuten to stack cash back at your favorite stores on top of holiday sales.
That's savings on savings.
With Rakuten, you can get cash back on gifts for everyone on your list, from toys for the kids to kitchen gear for the person who loves to cook to electronics for everyone.
You can even save on something for yourself.
Just shop the stores you love.
Like Expedia for my next trip, a Dyson to clean up my home, or Best Buy to buy a new hard drive.
And cashback is automatically added to your account. And you can choose to get paid via Interac e-transfer, PayPal, or check. Join for free today and get a new member bonus after minimum qualifying purchases. Just go to Rakuten.ca, download the app, or install the browser extension. That's Rakuten. Terms and conditions apply. 3 more things I want to hit on here. So we're talking about the second line. John Tavares gets 501. He celebrated 500 in a very unceremonious way in Columbus. I think putting him with those 2 guys and letting him elevate them, because he is still elevating them in his own John Tavares way.
Man, that was his reputation on the island.
Go
play with John and get a payday.
Dude, there's something about I'm loving his vibe this year. And I think part of it is just, he took the haircut and he's just playing with house money. Like, no one is on the guy's ass anymore. Everyone now looks at him with it's such a funny case study of the National Hockey League.
Yeah, it's not even his fault. Yeah, it's the National Hockey League's fault. The's no way a guy that good should be making that money. Like, there's just no way. But that's just the way it works in this league. And now it's just... It's gravy. It's a gravy train for him. And he's playing like he's 5 years younger than he is right now.
Yeah, and it's just like your whole perception of him changes. And now, in the past, we'd be like, oh, he's not an $11 million player, and what are you going to do? And now you're just like, man, how can you not love John Tavares? You know, taking that haircut, he's a $4.5 million player. He's playing like he's an $8 million player.
I hate
like, what
league,
value?
Man.
He's elevating guys around him. Like, yes, the National Hockey League is fucked up for this.
Yeah. The NHL is so dumb.
Yeah, and how it just twists our brains into pretzels about what guys are making and how it's impacting the salary cap. It's ridiculous.
Like, you could be so good at your job, and like, because John Tavares could be making $8 million right now. Like,
yeah, easily
for what he's doing, maybe even more. Like, if you really sat to, like, forget all the playoff crap. Like, if you were just like black and white production, he would be up there. But but because of the way this league works, he can't.
Yes.
And
he could have gone to the open market, Ryan, and he could have gotten, some team would have paid him $8 million.
Yeah.
Easy.
And he deserves
easy. Yes, he does. And he's earned it. As for the season he had last year and the way he started this year. But it's funny how, like, Matthews was just taking all the bullets in October, and John just doesn't take it anymore because he took a massive haircut.
Yeah.
He's out. Like, it's pretty funny how that works. Next, I want to move over to Auston Matthews because our last Leaf-centric episode, our last one was just the Jays postmortem, but the one before that was very like, this version of Auston Matthews isn't going to cut it. Why does he look like this? Is he permanently injured? What's going on? And then all of a sudden, he's got goals in his last three. Mm-hmm. All three of them look like vintage Auston Matthews goals. So it's like, what's the difference here?
I know what the difference is.
Okay.
Tenacity.
Yes. They're a tenacious group.
That's their identity now.
God, that video was
they are tenacious.
This organization needs to worry way less about PR and worry more about winning hockey. That
really?
Was just
I don't know.
So
well, their PR has been really bad for a long time, so maybe they're trying to get that right too.
If you don't know what we're talking about, after the come from behind win against the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Leafs social media accounts posted this video of from inside the dressing room of Matthews giving like a speech.
Yeah.
And it was just so obviously like put on. It was as the kids say, pretty cringe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that aside, he looks better. And the thing for me that I'm always honed in on with him is the release, because the release was nowhere to be found last year. And if he can get that snapshot release off, I feel good about what I'm seeing.
That's good. But just like scoring goals, scores goals.
Yes.
Like just being in the right spot. Just like there's a scramble in front of the net and you kind of get lost for a second. Then somehow the puck just always ends up on your stick. Like, just those types of goals. Like, it's just, if he's just scoring those and also snapping it home, it's all good for Auston, man.
Speaking of goals, did you see Jordan Binnington try to steal the puck from
that guy? Yeah. The guy's got a bit of a reputation for
he does.
Being a shit disturber. I mean, when he puts on that Team Canada sweater, I like him. But
yes,
when he puts on that St. Louis blue sweater, I think he's kind of a dick.
Last thing I want to hit on. This has been a overwhelmingly positive 23 or so minutes.
I mean, before we came on, I was even going to say to you, I need to take a break from this like overarching like cloud that we always kind of come back to with this team. And it's nice just to like have them play well for a couple good games and then get all excited and start complimenting dudes. And it's just, I'm happy that we were on here today to do that, because I got a little sick of coming on here and being like, well, leadership and all this crap.
Well, you could look at it like, you could look at what I'm about to say next in one of two ways. They're leading the league in goals, all while their power play is fucking atrocious.
Yeah, it's awful.
I don't even know how you fix it at this point. It's just,
I just don't understand how they've never ever have drawn up a play that they can go to like consistently. It's like they're out there and they just like make something up new every time.
They cannot enter the zone, Brian. It's not like drawing up a play. In order to execute a play you would draw up, you have to gain the zone. They can't gain the zone.
No, they literally,
So, I mean, you can't really freak out about it because of the circumstances, but it's like, guys, like what's going on here? And it's Marner's gone. Multiple coaches have had eyes on this thing. They had Oliver Ekman-Larsson on it last night instead of Morgan Riley. It's like they're changing personnel. It's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Refuse to like just put this on like Morgan Riley. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just saying overall, it's just always the first thing that you go to, like that defense spot. It's like, how can Auston Matthews and William Nylander not just draw up a play that they can just like go to every time, or have a guy just being like, you're gonna handle the puck here. Like, you're the guy who we're always gonna be looking to give the puck back to, because then everything's gonna just create from there. Or have
you almost need to like chip it in and go get it, because they've literally tried for years to have one of them carry it over the blue line, and it almost never works.
Well, I was talking more about like when they actually are in the O zone. Yeah, the problem is it's just like, do you trust them to go in and chip it in? But I guess the way you're doing it now, they've been doing the drop pass. They've been doing the drop pass for like what, 5 years now?
Doesn't work.
Yeah, it's just it just teams just create that barrier at their own blue line. It's just like a 70-30 chance that you're going to get through, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah. You're talking about the dark cloud hanging over and you're taking a break from it. It's like, buddy, you look at the league standings. It's like they're like, the Avalanche are in first. The Leafs are 4 points behind them. They're 2 points behind the Montreal Canadiens. Like, it's encouraging for them to have as brutal of an October as they did, because they were brutal. Like, record aside,
they were awful.
Yeah,
they were awful.
Like, record aside, they were brutal. So it's encouraging for them to have the October that they did, and here they are, still like 2 points behind the Habs in the division.
Yeah.
3 points behind the
they got a good record.
Colorado
like,
Avalanche.
Yeah, you wake up this morning, you see 8-5-1, you're like, all right.
Yeah,
that checks out.
Pretty. Yeah, it's pretty. It's like, if you want to go to sleep at night feeling confident, feel confident about that. Like, it could be a whole hell of a lot worse, and it's not. They're right there. The best players seem to be rounding into form. Joel Wall's coming back. Still TBD on Chris Tanev, but that's like, they're just going to have to figure it out with.
Yeah, that's a shame, man. The fact that they lost him, because he's just so far and away their best defenseman. Like, just best defenseman, Chris Tanev. Like, it's and the way it happened, it's just, that sucks for them. Hopefully he's not gone for too long, but I don't even know what's wrong with him. What's wrong with him?
Well, I don't know either. But he had the concussion, and then the way he went to the ice looked like something bugged him there. And obviously, when you're dealing with brain injuries, you got to be really careful.
Yeah. No,
all right, buddy.
Dude, when you look around the league, like, I think the reason why it's in such like disarray is just like the Anaheim Ducks like don't suck anymore.
No,
like, the Utah Mammoth don't suck. Like, the Kraken are like decent. Like,
Gary is getting his wish, dude. This league is
like the San Jose Sharks. Like, back when Celebrini's tied for the lead in points in the league. Like, you know, like there's not. Yeah, this is parity, man.
Right, the Buffalo Sabres. Like, they're not world beaters, but they're not like the Buffalo Sabres in previous years would have like one win at this point.
I think the
season.
One team. Like, the Ducks look awesome, but it's just like they're a new team. The one team that looks really good is the Winnipeg Jets.
Yes,
like they got a.
I'll believe that when I see it, dude.
What?
Like that team?
Yeah, I know. The playoffs aside, but I meant like just regular season. Like, this team's gonna roll the regular season.
Oh yes.
Like,
but that team, I'm sorry, dude. You could go 82-0 in the regular season. I need to see it in the playoffs with the Winnipeg Jets.
But that team could just like, I think they could play like 70% the whole year and just roll and just win that division, and hopefully they can get a save in the playoffs.
The Overdrive guys were talking about this the other day, and you kind of hit on it when I was making the point at the top of the episode. the league is basically all these teams are the same. Like the league is too big and too bloated. So there's a lot of guys playing in the league that probably shouldn't be playing in the league. Each team has like anywhere from 1 to 4 high-end players. And if those guys produce, you generally win. And if you can get goaltending, you generally win.
Yeah.
And if they don't, you don't. And that's where, full circle, to bring it back to the Leafs, if you want to look at the core guys here, which is now the new core 4, out Marner, in Nyes, those are 4 pretty high-end guys. Like when you look around the rest of the league.
Yeah, especially Matt Nyes. At the start of that guy's year, I can't get over it. Like,
yeah,
this guy's a point machine. Like, who would have remember last year was like, oh, I can't score, he can't do blah blah blah. Guy's well on his way to get like 80 points.
And he was a beauty and signed a really good team-friendly contract, which makes me love him even more, man.
The guy's an absolute unit.
Yeah, it's interesting how the league is kind of shaping out like this year. Like the Pittsburgh Penguins, we saw them the other night. They blew the lead to the Leafs. They're 8-4-2. Like, this is like, look at all these teams that are bunched up from 18, 17, 16, 15, 4. Like, they're all bunched up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's like two clearly bad. The St. Louis Blues and the Calgary Flames have 2 bad records, and everyone else is 500.
Yes. It's crazy.
Or NHL 500, not including the OT losses, but you get a lot of points from those OT losses. So you look at the Colorado Avalanche, they already have like 1 million OT losses. It's like, those are valuable points.
What about the Florida Panthers?
Yeah, see, that's the team that's like, they're just so decimated that you're kind of like forgetting about them. But when they're
decimated and they've played a lot of hockey.
Yeah.
Like, that's a team that has so much house money that they could easily just kind of take a mulligan year, let Tkachuk get healthy, let Barkov get healthy, and then come roaring back next year. But then you look at, like, Bobrovsky's not getting any younger. Yeah. And that dude has played a shitload of hockey. So
they're still in a good spot. They're fine.
Yeah. Watch, dude. They're the Kansas City Chiefs. Like,
they're
everyone.
fine.
You talk about the NFL right now. Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs. Guess what? They'll get the final wild card spot. They'll be in the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, like I see, like, when I see the Habs as like the team that's like gonna run, like they're gonna make the playoffs. Like they just have a special
saw it
team
with the Dodgers. The Dodgers had a mid-regular season and won the World Series.
Yeah, that Detroit Red Wings spot is just like, that has Florida Panthers written all over it.
Yes, 100%, 100%. Tkachuk will be back. Tkachuk will be back in time to play for Team USA at the Olympics.
Yeah.
And in February, March, we'll be like, oh, here come, don't look now, but the Florida Panthers have won 6 in a row. And
you just got to, even now, like, just go on a little heater. Like, you're in a good spot.
Yep. All right, buddy, we're going to get out of here. The Leafs, we will not be back on Sunday. The Leafs play on Sunday. They have the Boston Bruins on Saturday, Carolina Hurricanes on Sunday, both at Scotiabank Arena. So we will be back on Monday to talk about those 2 games. Overwhelming numbers and response to our Blue Jays episode that we did. I'm glad we did that. It did monster numbers. I've never seen a fan base as angry about winning as the LA Dodgers fans were. Oh my God. There's like almost 300 comments on the video. Most of them are Dodger fans being like, fuck you, Blue Jays.
Fake fan base.
Yes, big time.
Fake fan base.
So, like I said, Monday, we'll be back. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button below. If you're listening to the audio version, please do the same.
Spread the word. Tell your friends.
We really appreciate it. We will see you guys on Monday.